The ongoing drama between Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis seems to be heating up. And in a recent interview with a reporter by the name of Alex Leary, Trump seemed to issue some threats toward Ron DeSantis. So let's set up some context so you understand what the setting is and what Trump is feeling right now in regard to running in 2024. Flying from Ohio to Florida aboard his remodeled Boeing 757, Trump caught a glimpse of himself on television. A fine-looking young man, a fine-looking candidate, he quipped to a handful of reporters. Then he saw another potential 2024 presidential contender. There's our competitor. He's a fine guy, Mr. Trump said Monday night. He was talking about Ron DeSantis. And so far, seems like he's being super cordial, right? That's about to change. He says, quote, "I don't know that he's running. I think if he runs, he could hurt himself very badly. I think he would be making a mistake. I think the base would not like it." Okay, so there's more. It gets worse. But let me just say, Trump has been compared to like a mob boss many times before. I think that this interview really crystallizes that point. He added this strange threat. If he runs, meaning DeSantis, if he runs, he runs. If he did run, I will tell you things about him that won't be very flattering. I know more about him than anybody other than perhaps his wife, who is really running his campaign. What? All right, Cenk, I'm going to give you a chance to jump in because obviously he's issuing a threat while also trying to clown on DeSantis as someone who's like being controlled or manipulated by his wife. It seems like Trump is really terrified that DeSantis is going to run and that DeSantis could beat him.
So just a couple of days ago, I became certain that Trump was going to run and he was going to easily win the Republican primary. So there was a little bit of a holding pattern while DeSantis grew in the polls. And then they would have all these stories of like, oh, my God, Ron DeSantis is going to beat him. He's up to 4%. He's up to 6%. I was like, OK, let me see how it plays out. Right. And then a couple of days ago, I was like, no, DeSantis is weak. Trump's going to bulldoze him. Right. And just as I thought that, in the next day, he did Ron DeSanctimonious. It didn't work well for him. A lot of right-wing pundits criticized him. And then Ken Griffin, a giant Republican donor giving $60 million, said he's going to give it to DeSantis, not to Trump. Basically, he's saying he's supporting DeSantis. And I thought, well, maybe he overplayed his hand. And maybe if right-wing media and right-wing donors turn on him, that would be his only chance of losing. But here we are 1 day later. Nope, I was right. He's going to bully DeSantis out of the race. DeSantis is way too scared to run against him. So these bullying tactics here that you're seeing, they're definitely going to work. And I mean, he's already talking about DeSantis's wife. So DeSantis is inches away from buckling, getting on his knees, and starting to do the Cruz/Lindsey Graham, bootlicking maneuvers. So he's not going to run against this guy. This guy's going to shred any Republican who runs against him. So as a matter of political strategy, what he's doing right now is totally correct.
Interesting. Okay. And look, we had shared a news story with you all not too long ago indicating that Ron DeSantis had said that he has no plans on running in 2024. To be fair, politicians say that all the time, and then they end up announcing their bid for, elected office. And in this case, it would be for the presidency or the Republican ticket specifically. Now, during an interview with News Nation on Tuesday, Trump criticized DeSantis while simultaneously taking credit for DeSantis's political success. So let's get to that statement. He said this, quote, "DeSantis was not even going to be able to even be a factor in the race. And as soon as I endorsed him, within moments, the race was over. I got him the nomination. He didn't get it. I got it because the minute I made that endorsement, he got it. Then he ran and he wasn't supposed to be able to win. I did 2 rallies. We had 52,000 people at each one, and we ended up, or he ended up, and we ended up, he won, okay? And I thought that he could have been more gracious, but that's up to him." So apparently he's not like licking Trump's boots enough. And Trump seems a little bitter about that. But look, for me, the biggest thing is once you're up on that debate stage, do you have the charisma to kind of overwhelm Trump, and how good he is at connecting with right-wing voters with his rhetoric, with his insults toward the other candidates running against him. Trump has this ability to just kind of slap down anyone, including incredibly strong contenders for the Republican ticket. So I don't know how it's going to play out for sure, but if I had to bet money on it, I just don't see Ron DeSantis having the characteristics necessary to kind of overwhelm, or more importantly, outdo Donald Trump on a debate stage.
No, he doesn't. I mean, he's already signaling preemptive surrender, and DeSantis doesn't get it. He doesn't. Trump's a fascist. And so DeSantis is like, said to insiders, it's okay, I'll just run in 28. What's the big deal? I'm young anyway. Yeah, if there is an election in 28, okay, they think that Trump's going to leave. Did it look like he wanted to leave last time? Oh, no, Cenk, you don't know. There's a limit of 2 terms for the presidency. Oh, really? Yeah, no, I'm aware of that. Does Trump look like he cares about any law? Does he look like he cares about the Constitution? What planet are you guys on? He's not going to leave. He's not going to leave if he wins. And the Democrats are 200% incompetent. He'll just do this and knock him over and win. If any of these dumbass Democrats run, he'll slaughter them. They don't know how to fight him. They don't know how to be vicious. In fact, when I tell them to be vicious, they're going to yell at me, Cenk, you are being too uncivil. Too uncivil. No. And so DeSantis has said he's not going to run if Trump runs. And I believe him 100%. He's scared of Trump. Everybody's scared of Trump. And by the way, when Trump says that he made DeSantis, that's actually totally true. So he's a pathological liar. But on that, we're the fairest show in America. He's totally right about that.